Try number 3. So anywho, I figured I'd try this while driving, since when I'm looking at the camera I kind of get self-cautious. So here we go. Talk to myself in my car. Take 3. So the reason why I started doing this gig app stuff, by the way, I do have a W-2 job and make about $50K or so a year, but I pay child support. And while I do currently have a house, and I'll divulge later how I came about that house, I do own it outright. But even on that income, with paying child support and having a car payment, which are my 2 biggest expenses, it's not enough for me to easily maintain whatnot. I always have my back up against the wall. I'm always behind on something. The credit card bills that I do have, I'm never late on. I always make sure of that, because that affects your credit score the most, from what I've realized. Even though I do have substantial debt via personal loan and the car note, which I'm 2.5 years away from paying off if I just do the regular payments. That being said, the reason why I started doing gig work was to make up for the due dates of the payments, to avoid late fees, to avoid utilities and such getting cut off, so I can make payments and then have breathing room. So that brought me to gig work. And I started with DoorDash. Gave it 2 weeks, got used to their app, and went from there. From there, I went to Uber Eats, and once I got approved with Uber Eats, pretty much did the same thing. Gave it a week, 2 weeks to get used to their app, to get used to their rhythm. And probably a week into Uber Eats, after watching other YouTubers or whatnot, or other people on YouTube, I signed up for Grubhub, which took, honestly, probably 45 days before I was accepted with that. I guess from what I understand with Grubhub is that they only tried to keep a certain amount of drivers in particular marketplaces. So let's say if they feel they only need 300 or 400 drivers in a particular marketplace, that's their cap. And if somebody falls off after a certain amount of time, then another spot opens up. So that's what I gather from me taking so long to get accepted, and from what I've watched on YouTube and Googling stuff. The things that I liked about these apps or whatnot, and for me in particular, I prefer Uber Eats for my market. I'm in San Antonio, Texas, by the way. But for me, Uber Eats is my number one go-to, and I usually will start off with them yeah, they don't hit as fast and as hard as DoorDash does, but the offers are more reasonable, make more sense, and the customers that use Uber Eats seem to tip a little bit better versus DoorDash, even though, come to find out, they can tip afterwards, more or less. Yes, less. They can take away a tip, and that's pretty much on all the apps, come to find out. It's just DoorDash's offers are a lot more lowball in my marketplace, and the problem with San Antonio is that even though it's a high population city, sometimes you have to take a hit and go away from common sense just to keep yourself busy. Yeah, you may lose a wee bit of money, which is not the goal of any of these gig things, but at least you're doing something, and at least you're making some money. So, with that being said, the apps that I like in order is Uber Eats, DoorDash, and then Grubhub. Grubhub just seems to be way slower in my marketplace. I could be on them for 20-30 minutes or so and not get an offer, versus Uber Eats, yeah, I have to wait a little bit longer. DoorDash pretty much will hit me up like right away, but it's all like crap orders. So anyways, if you saw my earlier videos, I'm trying to figure out mostly editing and how to upload stuff, but I am going to give this YouTube thing a try and see how it goes. And that's just a very particular, or not particular, just a general synopsis of why I do gig work. Anyways, yep, I would like more subscribers, and if you have comments or questions or whatnot, topic, I need fodder to chat about when I'm doing these things. So please like, subscribe, whatever, leave a comment, question, so on and so forth. Until next time, I'll see you.